Okay, so this geometry, we're talking about perimeter. This could be part of our unit 5 here.
Where's page 24?
It should be, yeah, it should be right there. It's probably on the bottom. The one that says homework on it.
This one?
Yeah, flip it over. Yeah, that. All right, so I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So first things first is definition of perimeter. Can someone tell me what definition of perimeter is?
Outside.
What about it?
Outside.
Outside. Better definition. Add up all the sides. Is it only squares?
The outside of the square.
Okay. Perimeter is the
Outside of the shape.
yes. It's the distance around the outside of a shape.
I said that wrong.
Is that sound gonna be in your video?
Yep.
You said the outside.
I'm really watching your video.
Like Mr. Marshall, bring it down.
Hmm?
Bring it down the distance.
The distance of the outside or the distance of the
Around the outside of the shape.
I thought it was that for me or the way. What is that AC?
Now, so for this right here, let's go ahead and take a look at this. What's the perimeter figure formed by the points? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go through and put those on my graph. So 8, 4, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can call that one A. B is going to be negative 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. C is negative 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And D is 8, 7.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead. Speak.
That's gonna be parallel line or what?
They are.
Did you connect all four?
Yes, I did.
Let's take
I have a. Okay, now that I connected all those shapes right there, I'm going to go through and do some math to go along with this. Math is key to this class. Now I got to find my notes though. I have a yellow notebook sitting here somewhere. I'm like, oh yeah. And I can't seem to find it now. Okay, I'll just use this one. All right, so you guys, in your notebook, in your interactive notebook, you guys could use the page underneath for this one right here. I'm going to show you a way of doing this, and we have to find the measurement of each side. So we're going to start this off with a basic one. So basic right here. So AB. We're going to say that AB, is it along a straight line? Yes, it is. It is along a straight line, isn't it? It's on my graph. It is along a straight line. So what is the distance from A to B? 10. So how far is it from 8 to negative 2? 10. That's what I'm looking for right there. The y values are the same. So I'm looking at my points right here. So AB is equal to 10. Okay, let's do the next one, BC. So from B to C. B to C, how far? 1, 2, 3. And so if I'm looking at B to C, my points right here, I have -2 here. But how far is it from 4 to 7? There's my 3, right? Next one's going to be C to D. So C to D. So the y values are the same, so it means it's on the same line again, right? How far is it from -2 to +8? 10. And my last one is going to be AD, right?
3.
And count it over, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So now, to figure out the total distance around the outside, I would do what with these numbers? I would add them all up, right? So let's add them all up. So 10, 10, 3, and 3 is going to give me
26.
So my perimeter is 26 units. Yep. No, that's just perimeter now. That's it.
That's easy.
Wow.
Okay.
Watch me.
Now, we're going to try and make it a little bit harder now. Alright, so now in this next one, we're going to go through and find the perimeter. And now this one's going to be a triangle. So I need to put these points on here. So I have D is located at -2, 4. -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. E is at 2, 7. 1, 2. And F is at 8, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4. Okay, so this one right here is a triangle, right? Okay, so do I have any of the sides that are on a straight line? DF, right? DF is a straight line, isn't it? It's on one of my grids. I can go from left to right. So how far is it from D to F? 10. It's from -2 to 8, right? -2 here to 8 over here. That's going to be 10. So let's see. Now we're going to have to actually figure out this other thing. And I'm going to draw
D to E or D to F?
this next one's going to be D to E. So what I did is I made a little right triangle out of this. So given that little right triangle I have DE. Yep, DE is equal to, now, my distance formula. My distance formula, D is equal to the square root of delta x squared plus delta y squared. Where delta is the change. How far they're apart. Okay? How far they're apart in the x direction, how far they're apart in the y direction. So for DE, it's going to be the square root of, now, in the x direction, that's going this way, isn't it?
Yeah.
How far in the x direction are they apart? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put 4 squared there. plus y direction. How far in the y direction? That's going to be 3, right? So it's just 1, 2, 3. Very good. 3 squared. So DE is equal to the square root of 16 plus 9, where DE square root of 25. DE is 5, right?
Oh, 5.
Okay. So let's see. DE equals 5. Does that make sense?
You said D equals 5?
Yes. All right, let's go take a look at this next one. Next one's going to be what? EF. So let's do EF then. So EF is equal to the square root of, now, from E to F, I'm going to draw another triangle over here, right? There we go, I got my right triangle there, so I'm going to use my formulas. So for this one right here, what is my delta x going to be? How far left and right are they apart?
5.
From E to F?
6.
6?
Oh yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 6 squared. Plus, how far up and down are they apart? 3 squared. So EF is equal to the square root of 36 plus 9. EF equals square root of, is that 45? So EF is going to be about, now, I know 45 is not a perfect square, so I'm going to put that in the calculator. Let's see what we get. Square root of 45.
Class has been good.
6%.
Yep. Super easy, right? So, to find the perimeter of this, what do I do now? Add them all up, right? 5 plus 10 plus 6.7 is going to be, so my P perimeter is going to be 21.7 units.
Isn't a unit square?
No. Because units are just a linear. Unit square is area.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay? Alright. Let's add these two right here for this next one. Add these two together. Tell me what you get.
I'll add 26. 21.7.
I'll add that.
3.7. What does it say in red?
Nope.
On the right?
47.7.
What does it say on the right?
Yeah.
The right of what?
For a perimeter.
It's 21.7. U.
So 47.7.
Nope.
But don't you add up 21.7?
No.
Wait,
It
wait.
says right here. Add these two.
Oh.
There was a part.
Oh.
Bruh, I don't think I can move you any closer to the board
No,
here.
no, no, no. I'm fine.
9.7? I said 8.1. I got 9.1.
Alright, hold on. What are you guys doing? I hear 21.7. You guys are doing this thing, right?
Yeah, I got 3.6.
Yeah, 3.7.
I got, what? How did you get it? You rounded it. I got like a 9.
Okay. Look how it is. It's right here.
3.4.
Radical 8 plus radical 32. Does yours look exactly like that?
Hold up.
Nah, mine is too close.
Yep, then that means you have to separate it and put a plus sign in between
But I
them.
can't.
Oh no, mine's too close.
Mine's 7.4.
It ain't 8.5.
It is 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
Yes, it is 8.5.
Nah, 6 point.
I know, that's what I'm still trying to figure out why people are getting.
8.5.
Yes, 8.5. Does your calculator look exactly like that?
Yeah.
Your answer has to be 8.5. Rad doesn't matter on this one. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit of algebra review. All right, so we know what perfect squares are, right? Okay, so on yours, perfect square. So 1 squared is?
1.
2 squared is?
4.
3 squared is? 4 squared?
16.
5 squared?
25.
Okay, you know the pattern, right? Okay, so to undo a square, you square root. So now I could say that the square root of 1 equals 1. Square root of 4 equals
2.
square root of 9 is
3.
square root of 16 is
4.
square root of 25.
5.
Okay, and so on, right? Do you guys need this for your own records? Then go ahead. Now we're going to do some algebra, so we're going to factor these down. So what times what is 8, but is going to give me one of my perfect squares?
4.
4 times 2. Okay. So the 8, so let's see. So square root of 8, I'm going to put it up here. So square root of 8 is the same as saying the square root of 4 times square root of 2. Do you agree there?
Yes.
Isn't 2 times 4 8?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, but what is the square root of 4?
2.
So this is going to give me 2 times square root of 2. And that's a simplified radical form. Did that make sense? Or no? Okay, so what was the other one? 32? Square root of 32. Okay, I want to break it down, so something times something, and I want these up here. I want to use some of these. What times what's going to give me 32?
8 times.
8 times 4?
8 times 4.
8 times 4, that works, right? 8 times 4. Okay. But if I have 8 times 4, so that would be the square root of 4 times square root of 8, right? Is 4 a perfect square?
Yes.
Yes. But what about this? Is 8, can I break that down and get another one out of it?
What is that? 60? I can't see. What is it?
8.
8. Oh,
Okay, please take out your earbuds so,
there's no music.
oh, I know, but you're like plugging your ears while I'm, go ahead.
Would you always just end up at 2 radical 2?
For this one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's do this 8 again. So if I do the 8 again, that's going to be broken down into radical 4 times radical 2, right?
Yeah.
So all these numbers together, 4 times 2, that's still 32. Square root of 4 is, and this square root of 4 is 2 times 2.
4.
also, could have wrote it in a different way. Isn't 32 16 times 2?
Yeah.
So I can write it square root of 16 times square root of 2. Is 16 a perfect square?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So I could have just said square root of 16, which is 4, times right 2, right?
Okay, so,
Yes.
so basically you write it in its like simplest form. It's just faster.
Yep. We're just factoring it down to the smallest radicals. Okay, smallest prime radicals, like a prime number would be like 2, 5, 7, 11, prime numbers. All right, so my question said, add them together. So my radical 8 plus radical 32 is the same as saying 2 rad 2 plus 4 rad 2. Do they have the same radical?
Yes.
If they have the same radical, I'm just going to add those together. How many rad 2's do we have here? We have 2 rad 2's here, right? How many rad 2's do I have over here? 4. So together, how many rad 2's do I have? 6 rad 2. You know I could verify this? Handy dandy calculator to see what that is. 6 radical 2. Same thing. Make sense, or did I put everyone to sleep?
Yeah, we can take 5.
No. All right. Let's start this last one. Perimeter parallelogram bounded by this. Watch this. It says, leave your answer simplest radical form. That means you're going to have it like this. What's your answer rounded to the nearest hundred? That's going to be like decimal. So let's go ahead and put these on my graph. So if we're putting them on my graph, negative 5, 1, A, negative 2, 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, and 5, 1. There we go. And that one's deep. All right, you guys ready? I know there's no one in here with their head down thinking that they could actually fall asleep in this class and not pay the price. You're drooling on your paper, man. Come on. Yes. You said something scalp. I know, right? You might want to get that checked out. Hey. Hey. Hey, where'd all this animosity come from? Man, seriously. World star. Anyway. Okay. For this right here, we have a parallelogram. I'm going to go through and actually figure out the sides that I need to have. Which ones of the sides are easiest to figure out the length? AD. Can you tell me what AD is?
About 10.
AD is 10?
No, it's not. No, it's about like 9, 10.
Count it!
It's 10. 10. A to D. It's 10.
From A to D, from -5 to 5, left and right.
It's not.
10.
Oh, it's 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How about B to C? That one should be easy too, right? It's straight along my line.
It's the same.
Is it? Count it.
10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All sides are.
No, they're not.
I know.
So this ones are easy, but this one up and down right here, this diagonal, I'm going to have to use the trick that I learned on the last one. Let's box them off. So let's take a look. My delta x. So my delta x is 1, 2, 3. Delta y, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So DC equals square root of 9 plus 25, 34. Now, 34. Can I factor that all? What times what's 34? 17 times 2. Can I break down 17 further? No. And 2 is a prime number also, so that can't factor out further. So I know from here DC is going to be 17, or this one right here. We're at 34. What about AB? This one is going to be 3 squared plus 5 squared.
You said 3 squared?
Yeah. So, if I'm going to answer this, what would I do to get this? So we're going to add the perimeter, right? Simplest radical forms. So 10 plus 10 is?
20.
Now, let's add the radicals. How many rad 34s do I have?
2.
So it's going to be plus 2 rad 34.
Is it AB red green?
AB, right here, is square root of 3 squared plus 5 squared. So I get 34 total. Alright, so that's the simplest radical form. Now let's round it. Let's plug that in the calculator. So 20 plus 2 rad 34. So it's going to be about, where's the hundredths at?
The second number.
The second one. So it's going to be about 31 point.
2.
Nope.
7.
It's going to be
0.66.
66. A hundredth is 2 place values.
What was that?
31.66.
Yes, because the number on the right hand side of that is a 1. That's not going to make the 6 go up. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, you guys. This is page 21. On page 20 is what we got her. So a lot more of these. Same stuff. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, where's the tape?
I don't know.